Good morning and welcome to the Mangione Aquatic Center here at the campus of Loyola University for the MIAA 2023 Swim Championship Prelim session. I'm Larry Dukes with Red Dog Media. Morgan Knox on the camera this morning, and we're bringing you the action here as we go through the preliminary sessions, 11 events this morning, followed by the finals this evening at 5:30. Here on MIAA TV. Our first event will be the 200-yard medley relay. Backstrokers are in the water. In lane number 4, we have Archbishop Spalding. In lane 5, McDonough. It's Spalding's A relay and McDonough's B. Schools will bring back their A relays for the evening session. For Spalding, we have Jaker, Stone, Gardner, and McKernan. For McDonough, Tiffin, Callahan, Mislow, and Parhey. McDonough with the early lead in the breaststroke. We will attempt to give you all the swimmers' lane assignments this morning. As we move over to the butterfly, McDonough in the pool in lane number 5. Spalding finishing up the breaststroke. Great day here at Loyola University. Fantastic pool set up for these championships. And we have a pretty packed house. Certainly different than prior years when we had the pandemic. Nobody was in the stands. Happy to see that parents and friends have made it back out here for the prelim session here in the morning. And I'm sure the final session tonight will be equally attended, if not more. And your winning time, 1:41.44 for McDonough. Spalding at a 2:08.82. Officials conferring. There may have been an early start, one of our teams in the relay. And these are unofficial results that we'll give you here in the prelims. You can find them on meetmobile.com. And we move over to the first heat of the 200-yard junior varsity freestyle. In lane number 2, Gabriel Cornwell. In 3, Sean Randall. In 4 is Brooks McKinley. 5 is Rahul Shani. In 6 is Nathan Olsted. And in 7 is Nathaniel Kubik. 200-yard freestyle for the JV. 8 lengths to the pool, and swimmers are in the water. Early lead in lane number 5. That's Rahul Shani from McDonough. Brooks Kinley right on his hip going into the first 75. Shinani still with the lead. McKinley from Archbishop Spalding making a move here. Climbing to the shoulder of Shinani. Going to make the turn for the last 50. Rahul Shinani still holding off Brooks McKinley. And they make the turn together and the sprint home. Shinani, McKinley. To the finish, it's Shinani. It is Rahul Shinani, 159.09. Brooks McKinley in second, 159.6. And in third place, looks like it's going to be Nathan Olsted. His time, 2:11.85. And then Sean Randall, 2:12.50 from Gilman. Olsted from Mount St. Joe. And we go to heat number 2. Bennett Dieter in lane number 2 from Loyola. Simon Kean from Gilman in 3. Ian Durham in 4 from Loyola Blakefield. 5 is Balwin Jing from McDonough. And Josh Matenga from Calvert Hall in 6. Andrew Dalek in 7 from Mount St. Joe. On the turn at the 50, on the breakout, Ian Durham from Loyola Blakefield, a freshman, is your leader. Balwin Jing, also a freshman from McDonough, on his hip. And in third place is Simon Kean from Gilman. He's a junior. And through the first 100. Those leaders remain the same. And it's great to see some of the teammates of these swimmers at the turn end of the pool cheering them on as we go into the last 50. Ian Durham from Loyola Blakefield, your leader. Balwin Jing in second. And Kean from Gilman is third, getting a big cheer from his buddies. Ian Durham, 155.89, your winner of this heat. Second is Balwin Jing, 202.06. And third, Simon Kean from Gilman, 207.44. Josh Matenga, 2:10.80 for fourth place. And Bennett Dieter from Loyola Blakefield, 2:21.15. The third and final heat of the JV. Now stepping up, Grant Pauly in lane number 1. Lucas Trader Perez in 2 from Loyola. Pauly from Calvert Hall. Ethan Walsh from Loyola in 3. 4 is James Liu from McDonough. 5 is Rick Chahuri from Gilman. Donovan Koffel in 6 from Calvert Hall. And Gabe Zanoni from Gilman in 7. Your leader in lane number 4, James Liu from McDonough, at the turn at the first 50. He's followed by Rick Chahuri from Gilman in lane number 5. Then it's close between Walsh and Kafil from Calvert Hall. We're through the first half of the race. James Liu extending his lead to about 3 body lengths. Rick Chahuri in second. And third, in lane number 3, Ethan Walsh from Loyola Blakefield. Liu is a sophomore, Chahuri is a freshman, and Walsh is a sophomore. As they race to the finish, your winner of this heat, James Liu from McDonough, 152.87. Rick Chahuri is second from Gilman, 158.55. And in third, Ethan Walsh from Loyola Blakefield, 204.76. Donovan Kafil takes fourth, 210 flat. Gabe Zerhoni from Gilman is fifth, 225.83. Lucas Trader Perez sixth at 230.67. And Grant Pauly from Calvert Hall is seventh, 234.29. On to the varsity in the 200-yard freestyle. In lane number 1, Bradley Sigler from Calvert Hall. 2 is Ben Carroll from Calvert Hall. 3 is Braden Norris from Loyola Blakefield. Harry Belbot from Loyola Blakefield in 4. Dean Serino from McDonough in 5. Julia Jennings from Gilman in It's Julian Jennings from Gilman in 6. And Cooper Walters from Gilman in 7. Neck and neck in lanes number 4 and 5, Belbot and Serino. Dean Serino now taking a small lead from McDonough. Serino now out to a body length lead. They turn for the last 50. Dean Serino, Harry Belbot, 1-2. Third place is still too close to call. slight lead to Braden Norris in lane number 3. Now we're neck and neck coming to the wall. This heat's going to go to Harry Belmont, 144.45. Dean Sereno is second from McDonough, 144.87. Third, Braden Norris, 148.56. Fourth is Julian Jennings, 148.94. Heat number 2. Lane number 1, Hunter Ellsworth from Calvert Hall. Tim Williams from Archbishop Spalding in 2. Lane number 3 is Jaroslav Mistak from Gilman. Lane number 4, Nicolo Guri from Mount St. Joe. 5 is Drew Green from McDonough. 6, Alexander North from McDonough. And 7, Bogdan Mistak from Gilman is in 7. The leader at the first turn, or the first 50, Drew Green from McDonough. Nice strong underwooder off the wall by Green. Pops him up at a body length lead. Coming into the turn, he's followed by Nicolo Guri from Mount St. Joe. It remains Green and Guri, and then a real close swim between Alexander North and Jaroslav Mistak for third place. Drew Green now extending his lead to about 2 body lengths. Nicolo Guri still second. And now in third, Alexander North from McDonough down in lane number 6. But here comes Jaroslav Mistak. Your winner, Drew Green from McDonough, 143.49. Nicolo Guri is second, 147.49. Third goes to Alexander North, 148.91. And Jaroslav Mistak is fourth, 148.92 from Gilman. The third and final heat. About to come up. In lane number 1, it's Henry Lynch from Calvert Hall. He's a freshman. Liam McQuaid from Loyola Blakefield, also a freshman, in lane number 2. Brandon Richter from McDonough in lane number 3. Brandon is a junior. 2 Loyola Blakefield seniors in the middle of the pool. Patrick Brannon in 4. John Coble in 5. Will Rosenthal from Archbishop Spalding in 6. Will is a freshman. His teammate, also a freshman, Carter Williams in 7. And Alistair Sun from Mount St. Joe, a junior, in lane number 8. Two Dons break together in the lead, Brannon and Coble. Through the first 50. They're challenged in lane number 3 by Brandon Richter from McDonough. Turn at the 100. Patrick Brannon with the slight lead over his teammate John Coble. Now all three together. Coble, Brandon, and Richter. As they make the turn going into the last 50. It's now Richter from McDonough. Slight lead over Brannon. And Coble third. And it switches back. Patrick Brannon now in the lead. As they come to the wall in heat number 3, it is Patrick Brannon, 145.32. Second, Brandon Richter, 145.55. Third is John Coble, 146.42. Fourth is Will Rosenthal, 150.38. Great swim there in that heat. We move on to event number 6, the men's 200-yard individual medley junior varsity variety here. 2 heats of it. Lane 2, Topher Mitchell from Loyola Blakefield. 3 is Ashton Christo from Gilman. 4 is Salvatore Anello from Loyola Blakefield. 5 is Billy Porter from Mount St. Joe. 6 is Andrew Yu from McDonough. And 7 is Maddox Hibbler from Loyola Blakefield. Switch over from butterfly to backstroke. Current leader down in lane number 5, that's Billy Porter from Mount St. Joe. Lane number 4, that's Salvatore Anello now making a move. And also down in lane number 3, Ashton Christo from Gilman. So they switch over from backstroke to breaststroke. And we may see some lead changes again. And it's back to Salvatore Anello from Loyola Blakefield. Lane number 4. Back into the lead. Pulls out to about a body length lead over Ashton Christo from Gilman. And the turn into the freestyle. It remains Anello, Christo, and then lane number 5, Billy Porter for third. Topher Mitchell from Loyola Blakefield down in lane number 2 starting to make a move as well. But they come to the wall, and your winner, Salvatore Anello from Loyola Blakefield, 2:14.40. Ashton Christo in second, 2:16.18. Billy Porter from Mount St. Joe, 2:17.67. And Topher Mitchell, 2:20.7. Heat number 2 of the JV prelims is next. In lane number 1, Michael Schudel from Calvert Hall. Then Charlie Kunkel from Loyola Blakefield in 2. Stanley Kapinj from McDonough in 3. Jeffrey Hu in from Gilman in 4. Cooper Chasm from McDonough in 5. Dylan Melendick from Calvert Hall in 6. David Reed in 7 from Mount St. Joe. And Noah Zapata from Archbishop Spalding in 8. Big early lead in lane number 5. That's Dylan Melendick from Calvert Hall in the backstroke. Jeffrey Hu creeping back in from Gilman is second. We'll see if the breaststroke has an effect on this long lead at the moment by Melendick. I'm sorry, Chasm. Chasm with the lead. But here comes Jeffrey Hu from Gilman. Cooper Chasm from McDonough with your lead, followed by Jeffrey Hu in lane number 4 is second. So Chasm holds on through the breaststroke. Now the sprint freestyle. Jeffrey Hu closing the gap as they go into the last turn. On a breakout. They're still together. Chasm and Hu reach to the wall. It is Cooper Chasm from McDonough, 206.38. Jeffrey Hu, 206.58 from Gilman. Third is Charlie Kunkel from Loyola Blakefield, 213.55. Dylan Melendick is fourth, 219.43. Next up will be the varsity version of the 200-yard IM. In lane number 2 is Liam McQuaid from Loyola Blakefield. 3 is Leo Gahn from McDonough. In 4 is Max Kunisaki from Gilman. Kyle Bitts from McDonough is in 5. And Sidney Lauterbach from Loyola Blakefield in 6. To the wall on the butterfly, lane number 4. Max Kunisaki with your lead. But it is really close still. Bitts from McDonough right there with them. And the flip over to breaststroke next. Kunisaki will have the lead. Going to the wall, Bitts second. And Guan is third. Kunisaki now moving out to about a half a body length lead. Kyle Bitts second. As they go into the freestyle. It's still Kunisaki from Gilman. Kyle Bitts from McDonough. Then Leo Guan from McDonough third. And that's how they finish. Max Kunisaki, 156.64. Kyle Bitts, 157.43. Leo Guan, 201.7. Sidney Lauterbach is fourth, 208.37. Heat number 2, in lane number 2, Joshua Mundy from Archbishop Spalding. 2, Matthew Rotunda from Mount St. Joe in lane number 3. In 4, Billy Connor from Archbishop Spalding. In 5, Lawson Kate from Archbishop Spalding. 6 is James Fairbank from Calvert Hall. And in 7, Peter Skulnick from Gilman. That's in lane number 7. Peter Skulnick with the lead, touching in the butterfly. But on the breakout, it's lane number 4, Billy Connor taking the lead for Spalding. He's now followed by his teammate Lawson Kate in lane number 5. And Skulnick slips to third. Over to the breaststroke. Butterfly back, breast and free in the IM. Billy Connor with the lead. Kate second. And in third now, in lane number 3, Rotunda from Mount St. Joe. Teammates, Billy Connor and Lawson Kate from Archbishop Spalding. 1-2 in lanes 4 and 5. Connor getting a good look at his teammate coming to the wall, and he will touch ahead with a time of 1:58.11. Lawson Kate second, 1:58.50. And in third, Matthew Rotunda from Mount St. Joe, 2:03.83. In fourth, James Fairbank from Calvert Hall, 2:05.94. On to heat number 3, the final heat of the varsity 200-yard individual medley. Ethan Doherty from Loyola Blakefield in 2. Connor Tiffin in 3 from McDonough. Jonah Stein from Mount St. Joe in 4. Max Mislow in 5 from McDonough. Miles Koff in 6 from Gilman. And Gene Flynn from Calvert Hall in 7. Lane 4, Jonah Stein, your early leader in the butterfly. Touching first to the wall. Split was 25-20 for Jonah. Into the backstroke. Max Mislow right there, stroke for stroke, and here comes Connor Tiffin. Max Mislow taking the lead for McDonough as they come to the wall in the backstroke. Second is Connor Tiffin. Now Jonah Stein third. Over to breaststroke. And Jonah Stein climbing right back into it and now into the lead. In the breaststroke. He's followed by Mislow and Tiffin. Now your order. Jonah Stein out to about a half a body length lead. And in the freestyle leg, Max Mislow second. Connor Tiffin is third, and that's how they're going to finish here in heat number 3. Winning time, 156.68, Jonah Stein. Second, Max Mislow, 157.69. Third is Connor Tiffin, 159.23. Ethan Doherty is fourth, 205.35. Now to splash and dash. The 50-yard freestyle will be next at the JV level. In lane number 3, Julian Perez. In 4, Jalen Clemens from Calvert Hall. Perez was from Mount St. Joe. And Javesh Sud from Mount St. Joe in 5. Come to the wall, Jalen Clemens from Calvert Hall, your heat winner, 35.62. Second, Javesh Sud from Mount St. Joe, 37.73. And in third, Julian Perez, his time, did not get a time on the board for Javez. Heat number 2 of the JV. Danny Lawner from McDonough in 1. Nathan Wynn from Archbishop Spalding in 2. Camby Ebo in 3 for Gilman. 4 is Jack O'Hara from Loyola Blakefield. 5, Nate Kubik from Archbishop Spalding. Nicola Kirkpatrick from Loyola Blakefield in 6, and Will Manthe from Gilman in 7. Jack O'Hara from Loyola Blakefield, your leader, and your heat winner, 29.62. Nathaniel Kubik from Archbishop Spalding, 30.68. And in third, Will Manthe, 30.75. Thomas Hayes in lane number 1. Rob Gaines in 2. Hayes from Archbishop Spalding, Gaines from Calvert Hall. 3 is Jamie Howard from Gilman. 4 is Cole Smith from Spalding. 5 from Mount St. Joe, Beckett White. 6, Brian McKernan from Archbishop Spalding. Nikhil Gupta from Gilman in 7, and William Kuzak in 8. Your leader, lane number 4, Cole Smith from Spalding. Come to the wall. Heat winner, 24.71 is Smith. Second is Beckett White from Mount St. Joe, 25.79. And third, Jamie Howard from Gilman, 25.80. Heat number 4, Dominic Kelly here in the JV from McDonough. Mason Bainbridge from McDonough in 2. Bolton Bickle from Calvert Hall in 3. Carter Lepley from Loyola Blakefield in 4. Ben Yu from McDonough in 5. Dakota Hardman from Calvert Hall in 6. TJ Garcia from Mount St. Joe in 7. And Gabe Cornwell in 8 from Gilman. Heat winner, Carter Lepley from Loyola Blakefield, 23.80. Second is Bickle from Calvert Hall, 25.08. And third, Ben Yu from McDonough, 25.28. The fifth and final heat of the JV 50 freestyle for the men here today. Ryan Beveridge from Loyola Blakefield in 1. Brett Kottner from Loyola Blakefield in 2. Zach Minkin, Gilman in 3. Bofing Zhu from McDonough in 4. Mason Murphy Link, Gilman in 5. Jimmy Gwynn in 6 from Loyola. Gabriel Yoshida from Spalding in 7. Thomas Johnson from St. Joe in 8. Your winner, Bofing Zhu, 23.69 from McDonough. Second, Murphy Link, 24.19. And Minkin from Gilman, third, 24.59. Four heats of the varsity 50 freestyle up next. In lane number 3, Thomas Gardner from Spalding in 3. Vincent Tyson from Mount St. Joe in 4. And Cian Curtis from Spalding in 5. Lane number 3, it's Thomas Gardner from Spalding. Winning time, 28.51. Cian Curtis is in second, 30.35 from Spalding. And Vincent Tyson, 33.22 for third from St. Joe.
Up next, Heat 2, Marcy, 50-yard free.
Heat 2, Morrissey Lochte from Calvert Hall in 1. Will Malone in 2. Graham Tower from Spalding in 3. Antonio Gurry from St. Joe in 4. Connor Cashman in 5 from McDonough. 6 is Drew Brown from Spalding. 7, Mark Bennett from Calvert Hall. And 8, Liam Scott from Mount St. Joe. To the wall, Antonio Gurry, 21.71 from Mount St. Joe, your winner. Connor Cashman is second from McDonough, 21.83. And third, Graham Tower, 22.81 from Spalding. Heat number 3, Asher Vance from Mount St. Joe in 1. Liam McAvenue from Calvert Hall in 2. Brendan Moran from Mount St. Joe in 3. Alexander Dillon in 4 from Loyola Blakefield. Jackson Huther from Gilman in 5. Riley Walters from Gilman in 6. Andrew Tillman from Loyola in 7. And in lane number 8 is Paul Makarirvich from Gilman. Your winner, Jackson Heather from Gilman, 21.66. Second, Alexander Dillon, 21.88 from Loyola Blakefield. And in third, Brendan Moran from Mount St. Joe, 22.55. The fourth and final heat of the 50 free. Jack McKernan in lane number 1 from Spalding. Jimmy Fiore from Calvert Hall in 2. Mark Cherkis from McDonough in 3. Langston Duncan from McDonough in 4. Timothy Brooks from Gilman in 5. Tonj Parhi from McDonough in 6. Joseph Balto from Loyola in 7. And Gabriel Stone from Spalding in 8. Your winner, Langston Duncan from McDonough, 21.51. Second place, Timothy Brooks from Gilman, 21.77. And in third, Mark Cherkis, 22.17. Next up will be the 100-yard butterfly, junior varsity. Lane number 1, Rob Gaines from Calvert Hall. 2 is Will Balto from Loyola Blakefield. 3 is Matthew Lynn from Gilman. 4 is Rick Chidhuri from Gilman. 5 is Ben Yu from McDonough. 6, Charlie Kunkel from Loyola Blakefield. And 7 is Simon Kean from Gilman. Through the first 50, lane number 4, Rick Chidhuri from Gilman, 2 body length lead. Second place, lane number 6, Charlie Kunkel from Loyola Blakefield. Your winner, Rick Chidhuri, 58.59 from Gilman. Second, Charlie Kunkel, 101.36. Third, Ben Yu from McDonough, 102.07. Second of 2 heats here for the 100-yard JV butterfly. Maddox Hibbler from Loyola Blakefield in 1. Nathan Olsted, Mount St. Joe in 2. Tony Liu from McDonough in 3. Billy Porter, St. Joe in 4. Luke Retkin from Calvert Hall in 5. In 6, Stanley Kabenge from McDonough, and Gavin Halsey from Loyola Blakefield in 7. Luke Retkin, your leader, in lane number 5 from Calvert Hall. Billy Porter challenging him from Mount St. Joe, lane number 4. And Luke Retkin is your winner, 58.85. He appeared to touch just ahead of Billy Porter, although we didn't get a good touch on Billy at the wall. I think Billy Porter was second from Mount St. Joe, and Tony Liu from McDonough third. His time, 1:00:81. The varsity 100-yard butterfly. 3 heats of this. Lane number 1. And we, unfortunately, on the scoreboard don't have a change in name, so I don't have a first name here. Lenzenwager from Calvert Hall in 1. Stecco from Calvert Hall in 2. Moran from Mount St. Joe in 3. Guri is in 4. Cusamanio from McDonough in 5. Callahan from McDonough in 6. Gumbel from Mount St. Joe in 7. And Henry from Mount St. Joe in 8. And just as I finish, the board changes. And the names are now up there with their first names. So lane number 5, Will Cusamanio, is your winner, His time 50.19. Nicolo Guri from Mount St. Joe, 52.95. And Brendan Moran, third from Mount St. Joe, 55.66. Heat 2 of the men's 100-yard butterfly. Up next. Lane number 1, Gene Flynn. He's from Calvert Hall. 2 is Peter Schulnick from Gilman. 3 is Joseph Ricker from Mount St. Joe. 4, Teddy McQuaid from Loyola Blakefield. Jack Holman, Loyola Blakefield in 5. Cooper Walters in 6 from Gilman. Cody Wynn in 7 from Archbishop Spalding. And Thomas Gardner in lane number 8 from Archbishop Spalding. Early leader in lane number 4, Teddy McQuaid from Loyola Blakefield. Makes a turn at the 50, 24.08 split time. Jack Holman is in second. His split, 24.78. And in third, Joe Ricker from Mount St. Joe, 25.26. Teddy McQuaid will come to the wall. Your heat winner, winning time, 52.02. Jack Holman, second, 53.72. And in third, Joey Ricker from Mount St. Joe, 53.94. Third and final heat. Lane number 1 will be Henry Lynch from Calvert Hall. Joshua Monday from Archbishop Spalding in 2. Sidney Lauterbach in 3 from Loyola Blakefield. Caden Bowers from McDonough in 4. Harry Belbot from Loyola Blakefield in 5. Jack Mislow from McDonough in 6. Paul Skolnick from Gilman in 7. And Sakai Chandra from Gilman in 8. Big early lead. Caden Bowers from McDonough, lane number 4. Split time 22.3. Great underwaters. Gives him about a 2.5 body length lead. He touches for the last 25. He's followed by Harry Belbot from Loyola Blakefield. And then too close to call for third. To the wall, Caden Bowers, your winner. Winning time, 48.19. Harry Belbot is second at 52.82. Jack Mislow from McDonough gets third, 53.51. And Sidney Lauterbach from Loyola Blakefield, 54.22 for fourth.
Have your attention, please. MIAA record set by Caden Bowers, 48.19. Next, and 12, the JV 100-yard freestyle. Heat 1 of 4.
That swim in the 100-yard butterfly in prelims for Caden Bowers is a new MIAA varsity record. Previous record 48.46. His time today blistered that record and set him up for automatic All-American status. Great swim by Caden. We're on to the men's 100-yard junior varsity freestyle. Lane number 1, Jaden Clemens, make that lane number 2 from Calvert Hall. 3 is Will Manthe from Gilman. 4 is TJ Garcia from Mount St. Joe. 5 is William Cusick from Archbishop Spalding. Camby Ebo from Gilman is in 6, and Java Sud from Mount St. Joe is in 7. And your winner down in lane number 3, Will Manthe from Gilman, 109.19. TJ Garcia from Mount St. Joe is second, 113.47. William Cusick from Archbishop Spalding is third, 113.95. Heat number 2 in the JV 100. Ryan Emery from Mount St. Joe in 1. Matthew Wan from Mount St. Joe in 2. Owen Patterson from McDonough in 3. Baldwin Jing from McDonough in 4. 5 is Lou Recton from Calvert Hall. Bolton Bickle from Calvert Hall in 6. Porter Taylor from Spalding in 7. And Thomas Hayes from Spalding in 8. Your leader in lane number 4, that's Owen Peterson. And he comes to the wall. Make that Baldwin Jing is your winner, 53.07. Second is Owen Peterson, 53.94. And in third, Luke Recton, 54.96. Bolton Bickle was fourth, 58.43. Remember, all these times are unofficial times. Please check Meet Mobile for your seating for the finals tonight. On to heat number 3. Duncan Scuba in lane number 1 from McDonough. 2 is Andrew Dullock. In 3, Zach Minkin. In 4, Carter Lepley from Loyola Blakefield. Connor Torson from Calvert Hall in 5. Mark Kotov in 6 from McDonough. Jacob O'Hara from Loyola Blakefield in 7. Thomas Johnson from Mount St. Joe in lane number 8. Your leader in lane number 4 at the 50, Zach Minking. Make that Carter Lepley, I'm sorry. Carter Lepley is your leader from Loyola Blakefield. Minkin and Torreson vying for second. On the breakout, Torreson is second and Minkin is third. But it is all Carter Lepley to the wall, winning time, 52.43 from Loyola Blakefield. Second is Connor Torreson from Calvert Hall, 55.55. Third, Zach Minkin, 56.25. And in fourth is Mark Kotov from McDonough. His time, 57.64. Heat 4 in lane number 1, Zoa Zapata from Spalding. Brett Schottner from Loyola Blakefield in 2. David Stanley from Spalding in 3. Ben Farrells from Loyola Blakefield in 4. Mason Murphy Link from Gilman in 5. Jimmy Gwynn in 6 from Loyola Blakefield. Dakota Hardman from Calvert Hall in 7. And Nicola Kirkpatrick from Loyola Blakefield in 8. We are flying through this meet. The prelim session of the 2023 MIAA Swim Championships at Loyola University. Your leader in lane number 4, Ben Farrells. Murphy Link from Gilman right there with him. The touch. Murphy Link gets the touch. Mason Murphy Link from Gilman, 53.03. Ben Farrells, 53.05. 2/100ths of a second separate them. David Stanley for third. Archbishop Spalding, 56.49. Jimmy Gwynn got fourth, 59.57. Now the varsity variety of the 100-yard freestyle. In lane number 3, in heat number 1, Gabriel Stone from Spalding. 2 is Paul Makarovich from Gilman. 3 is Billy Jager from Spalding. Make that 3, 4, and 5. Stone in 3, Makarovich from Gilman in 4, and Jager in 5 from Spalding. 4 heats of the varsity. And as they come to the wall in heat number 1, too close to call as they reach. And we had a dead heat. 101.35 for teammates Gabriel Stone and Billy Jager. And in second place, it was Makarovich from Gilman was second. His time, 103.75. Morrissey Lochte from Calvert Hall in 1. Drew Brown, Spalding in 2. Connor Cashman in 3 from McDonough. Matthew Catania from Loyola Blakefield in 4. Antonio Guri from Mount St. Joe in 5. Max Kunisaki from Gilman in 6. Bradley Sigler from Calvert Hall in 7, and Joseph Balto in 8 from Loyola Blakefield. So a scratch in lane number 4, Matthew Catania, not in the pool. Your winner, Antonio Guri, 47.99. From Mount St. Joe. Second went to Connor Cashman, 48.06 from McDonough. And in third from Gilman, Max Kunisaki, 48.47. Over to heat number 3. Hudson Severs Reel from Gilman in 1. Graham Tower in 2 from Spalding. In 3, Jackson Heather from Gilman. 4 is Alexander Dillon from Loyola Blakefield. 5, Timothy Brooks from Gilman. 6, Michael Kale from Calvert Hall. Liam McAvenue from Calvert Hall in 7. Asher Vance from Mount St. Joe in lane number 8. Your leader in lane number 3, Jackson Heather from Gilman. Followed closely by his teammate, Timothy Brooks, in lane number 5. And they come to the wall really close. It is Timothy Brooks from Gilman, 47.57. Jackson Heather is second, his teammate, 47.88. And Alexander Dillon from Loyola Blakefield, 47.99 for third. Heat number 4 of the 100-yard freestyle. Luke Bolger from Spalding in 1. Alexander North from McDonough in 2. Also from McDonough, Langston Duncan in 3. Drew Green in 4. Loyola Blakefield has Lucas Wright in 5 and Dominic Ferracci in 6. Mount St. Joe's Will Malone in 7 and Spalding's Jack McKernan in lane number 8. Heat number 4 of 4. And they break out after the first turn, and it is too close to call. It is Duncan, Green, and Wright. Drew Green maybe with a slight lead in lane number 4. Langston Duncan right there with them, as is Lucas Wright. Come to the wall. It's going to be Drew Green, your winner of the heat, 47.76. Lucas Wright is second from Loyola Blakefield, 48.13. And Langston Duncan from McDonough, third, 48.40. So it goes McDonough, Loyola, McDonough. Next up, the 500-yard JV 500-yard freestyle. After we give you the names, we're going to take a little break as we start the race. Give my voice a break for a moment. Lane number 1, Nick Oakley from Loyola Blakefield. 2 is Josh Matenga from Calvert Hall. Oscar Spott from Gilman is in 3. CJ Mayer from McDonough in 4. Rahul Shanani from McDonough in 5. Ashton Christo from Gilman in 6. And Derek Thompson from Spalding in 7. 20 laps of the pool here in the 500. You'll see at the end of the pool, opposite end of the start, lap counters will give the swimmers an idea of where they are in the race. We're going to take a quick little break. Come back to you at the end of the race as we see in lane number 3 and 4, CJ Mayer, your leader. Oscar Spott from Gilman is second. As we go into the break, we'll be back to you in just a moment. What were you showing me? Emma from where?
That's how informal those emails are getting. Those like.
Oh, is that one of those sales ones?
Yeah. That's how informal they're getting.
Yeah, like they're your best friends.
To the point where I'm like, is it a client? Like, who's Emma?
Yeah,
What do I need to do?
Emma who?
Right.
Is that a text or an email?
Where are Kristen and Julia?
Kristen and Julia? Vale. Keep telling Kathy, I want to live their life. I want to live Kristen's life.
I want to live Kristen.
In the next 2 months, she's going to France and Spain, too. 2 different trips.
How long is each trip?
A week, 10 days. message that Blues on the Water put out a new reel. Did you see that?
When?
Did we put one out?
We put 2 out the other day because we had put one out and then Wendy sent us another one that she wanted out. So to follow her orders, we did 2 in one day, but I posted that flyer last night.
And we come back to you here as we get the bell lap in lane number 3. Oscar Spot getting the bell lap, but right with him, CJ Mayer from McDonough. So Gilman and McDonough here in lanes 3 and 4 getting the bell lap in the first heat of the JV 500 free. The bell lap, for those of you not familiar, is the last 50 yards of the race. And as we come down, they're sprinting to the finish. Great finish here. CJ Mayer from McDonough, 5:09.78, your winner. Oscar Spot from Gilman, 5:10.20 is in second. And Rahul Shanani, 5:15.91 from McDonough takes third. They're followed by Ashton Christo from Gilman, 5:26.82. Your top finishers here in heat number 1. Fourth place, Ashton Christo from Gilman, 5:26.82. And we have a couple other swimmers finishing up. Down in fifth place, Josh Matena, 6:14.01 for fifth place. Derek Thompson from Spalding, 6:29.72 for seventh. And Nick Oakley to the wall. His time, 6:51.84 for seventh from Loyola Blakefield. Heat number 2 of 2. Coward Hall's Donovan Cuffiel in lane number 1. Ethan Walsh in 2 from Loyola Blakefield. Brooks McKinley from Spalding in 3. James Liu from McDonough in 4. Ian Durham from Loyola Blakefield in 5. Matthew Lynn from Gilman in 6. Bennett Dieter from Loyola Blakefield in 7. And Ethan Forrester from Calvert Hall in lane number 8. Your early lead in lane number 4, that's James Liu from McDonough. On his hip is Ian Durham from Loyola Blakefield. Third place at the moment in lane number 3, Brooks McKinley from Spalding. So again, we'll turn the sound down and let you enjoy the race. Come back to you at the end. We are on lap number 5 of 20. And we'll rejoin you at around lap number 15 or 17. So we'll be back to you in a moment. We'll let you enjoy the 500 for the JV in heat number 2 of 2. Thank you. eat and stay in the area, right, for the afternoon, or
Yeah, that's fine.
find a place to do some work?
Yeah, that's fine. This kid down here with the pink trunks on, fiddling with the numbers.
Yeah.
He was shaking the thing in the water and the numbers fell off, so he had to go get another one. So there's numbers down at the bottom of the pool.
That's funny.
I don't know why he's putting it in so far anyways.
All you have to do is put it in so that you can see it.
Right.
Look, rolling.
Oh, here he goes. He's telling him now.
Yeah. He probably broke it, banging it on the bottom of the pool.
Oh, he was taking it and going like this with it. And they all just started falling off in the water. Why's he got it so low?
He might have a eyesight issue in swimming.
Okay.
That would be the only reason to put it that low. Everybody else will put it, yeah. I bet the kid has a problem seeing.
Okay. Because he's also got it like tilted out. It's not
Yeah,
flush
that's
with
why I
the
think
wall.
he's got a problem. And the bell lap given in lane number 4 to James Liu. And by the looks of things, he has a commanding lead here in heat number 2. And he comes to the wall. Winning time for James Liu from McDonough, 5:06.22. Second place, Ian Durham from Loyola Blakefield, 5:15.19. Third place, Brooks McKinley from Archbishop Spalding, 5:21.02. Fourth went to Matthew Lind, 5:33.08. The seating, if you're not aware, is in championship format. So you'll find that the fastest seat time coming into the meet will be in the last heat in the middle of the pool. But it's a pyramid through the last 3 heats that you'll see the fastest swimmers and their times dispersed. So James Liu coming into this was your top seeded JV 500-yard swimmer. And those times are distributed over the last 3 heats. In this case, last 2 heats. The varsity 500-yard freestyle is up next. Mark Bennett in lane number 1 from Calvert Hall. Lucas Vanderwinkle from Calvert Hall is in lane 2. Yaroslav Mistak from Gilman in lane 3. Braden Norris from Loyola Blakefield in 4. Dean Sereno from McDonough in 5. Tim Williams from Spalding in 6. And Paul Schoenig in 4:57 from Gilman. Beautiful, cold, brisk, windy day here in Baltimore. Our temperatures this morning were in the single digits or low teens. But the sun is bright, and we're inside, and at our perch here in the mezzanine section of the pool area, it's a easily 80 degrees. So it's nice and comfortable for us indoors, although it's a tough day outside here in beautiful Baltimore. We're at the Mangione Aquatic Center on the campus of Loyola University for the MIAA 2023 championships, JV and varsity for the men. We'll be back here this evening on MIAA.TV for the finals. We hope you'll join us for some really exciting swimming action. That we've already had a meet record set, and we have the potential of doing that again tonight, and an automatic All-American consideration in that swim. So we look forward to some more very fast swims tonight. As we're in heat number 1 of the varsity 500, lane number 5, Dean Serino from McDonough, your early leader. He's followed in lane number 4 by Braden Norris, and then in lane number 3 by Jaroslav Mistak from Gilman. We are on lap number 9. We'll turn the sound down again and come back to you in just a moment with the remainder of the race here in the 500-yard freestyle. Back to you in one moment. Starting to get hungry. Oh, the swimmers? Usually, yeah. You mean after prelims? Their coaches will let them get the rest. If they made finals, yeah. If they didn't make finals, stay around and cheer. Huh? $260. Yeah. I think we did 270 last year's prelims. Then we did like 280. And the kid who's swimming is probably like, my parents love to come see me swim. And the bell act given to lane number 5. Dean Serino from McDonough. Braden Norris in second, lane number 4. And in third, Jaroslav Mistak from Gilman. Each about a body length ahead of each other as they come to the wall. Winning time for Dean Serino, 4:51.07. Second, Braden Norris, 4:53.55. And third, Jaroslav Mistak from Gilman, 4:55.11. Lucas Vanderwinkle was fourth from Calvert Hall, 5:05.41. Tim Williams from Spalding, fifth, 5:06.48. Heat number 2. Lane number 1 is going to be Alistair Sun from Mount St. Joe. Ben Carroll from Calvert Hall in 2. Will Rosenthal from Spalding in 3. John Coble from Loyola Blakefield in 4. Brandon Richter from McDonough in 5. Andrew Turk from Loyola Blakefield in 6. And Tanush Parhi from McDonough in 7. Heat number 2 of 3 here at the varsity level. After the 500s are through, we will be into the last 4 events of the morning session. 2 relays and 2 individual events. Relays, the 200-yard freestyle relay, and then the 400-yard freestyle relay. And for the individual events, we have back and breast at the 100-yard level to swim. 11 events in high school swimming. And here the same in the championships at 2 levels, JV and varsity here for the men. Up also tomorrow is the women's variety of championships in the IAAM. Back here at Loyola University, we'll be broadcasting. They are time final events, meaning that there are no prelims. They'll be swum in the morning, starting at 8 o'clock, and we will finish up around the lunch hour. Used to be that the women swam on Super Bowl Sunday before they changed the Super Bowl format. And so it worked out pretty well for those interested in watching the game to have a time finals. But the women became very used to that format and have decided to keep it even in today's formats. We are on lap number 9. Of 20. Why do they feel like they got to gather a gap right there? Like, you think I can't hear? You got all this space, all that space over there. Guy's putting in the water 21. He's not on 21. He's putting up, he's got 21. Now he's going to put, God knows what number he's going to put in the water. I think he's on 15. He's putting 51 in the water. Yep. Dyslexic? And there's no numbers past. One of our students is having some. One of our students holding the placards, we had a good laugh, having difficulty with the numbers on the lap counter. Meanwhile, your winner of this heat, Brandon Ricker from McDonough, winning time 4:43.41, followed closely by John Coble from Loyola Blakefield, 4:44.12. Third place, Andrew Turk from Loyola Blakefield, his time 4:58.42. Fourth went to Will Rosenthal, 5:04.48. Final heat of the 500 coming up. Lane number 1, Hunter Ellsworth from Calvert Hall, a freshman. Miles Koff from Gilman, a freshman, in lane number 2. Lane 3, Max Mieslow from McDonough, a junior. Patrick Brennan, a senior from Loyola Blakefield, in 4. Lane number 5 from Gilman, a senior, Brody Schepfer. In lane number 6, Carter Williams from Spalding. Carter's a freshman. In 7, Brian Wiseman from Mount St. Joe. He's a senior. And also a senior from Mount St. Joe, Jacob Henry, in lane number 8. Although it does look like a scratch in lane number 7. We do not have Brian Wiseman from Mount St. Joe today. Out to the early lead, lane number 4, Patrick Brennan from Loyola Blakefield. Patrick comes into this event with the fastest seat time of the meet in the 500. Seat time 4:28.34. Hanging with them through the first quarter of the race. In lane number 5, that's Brody Schrepfer. And some lead exchanges going on between Schrepfer stood up. Schrepfer and Brannon back and forth lead exchanges here. Lanes 4 and 5. Gilman Schrepfer with the slight lead. Patrick Brannon hanging right with him. And they'll get the bell lap here. And both of them. And Patrick Brannon starting to get a slight lead, but Schrepfer not giving up. They come down to the last 25. And Brannon is going to win this heat. Go in with a time of a 4:42.75. Brody Schrepfer 4:43.50. Max Mieslow 4:47.43. Your top three finishers in heat number 3 of the varsity 500-yard freestyle. Next up, on my sheet, we have one heat and one swim of the varsity 200-yard freestyle relay from Archbishop Spalding. Jack McKernan, Gabriel Stone, Cian Curtis, and Thomas Gardner, their A relay. As we have one swimmer still finishing up their 500. And we'll have the relay just after that. 200-yard freestyle relay, and then backstroke, breaststroke, and the 400-yard relay. Actually, we're not even going to have a heat of the 400-yard relay here in the prelim session. So we'll finish up with breaststroke as the last individual event of the morning. And Henry Jacob making his way to the wall. He's going to get a personal best here in the 500. And the crowd, good cheer for Jacob Henry from Mount St. Joe, 7:36.73. Best time for him. Excellent, excellent swim. Okay, so now we move to the relay. And the Spalding A relay in the water. That's Jack McKernan. You'll get to see the exchange here between Jack and Gabe Stone. Looking to leave, only to have a toe left on the platform as the touch happens at the wall. Their timing is down perfectly. If you don't have anything still touching the platform at the touch of the wall, then you are disqualified. So the timing very important. You'll see the officials right there watching the touch and the departure from the platform. Third leg in the water. Cian Curtis for Archbishop Spalding. And when he makes his way down, Thomas Gardner will go in the water for Spalding as their anchor swimmer. And there goes Thomas. McKernan, Stone, and Gardner, all seniors. Curtis, a sophomore. And they come to the wall, and their time, 1:52.17. Next up, the 100-yard backstroke, the JV variety today. In lane number 2 from Mount St. Joe, we're going to have Aiden Bajadek, Jr., Tony Liu from McDonough, sophomore in lane number 3. Ben Farrells, a sophomore from Loyola Blakefield in 4. Will Bolto, Jr. from Loyola Blakefield in 5. Lucas Trader Perez from Loyola Blakefield, sophomore in 6. And Grant Pauley from Calvert Hall, he's a senior in lane number 7. 4 lengths of the pool in the 100-yard backstroke. And we take off in the backstroke at 10:45. Running about 10 minutes ahead of schedule here this morning. Grant Pauley down in lane number 7 lost his goggles. You can see him swimming with his goggles in one hand. Really does slow down your swim when you lose your goggles. Meanwhile, in lane number 5, your leader, Will Bolto from Loyola Blakefield. He's followed by teammate Ben Farrells, and that's how they're going to finish. Bolto with a winning time of 1:04.43. Ben Farrells is second, 1:05.65. Third is Tony Liu, 1:08.40. Fourth goes to Lucas Perez, or Trader Perez, 1:14.50. Aiden Bajadek from Mount St. Joe will take fifth at 1:15.94. And Grant Pauley from Calvert Hall will come to the wall at 1:37.47. Heat number 2 from Gilman in lane number 1, freshman Nikhil Gupta. In 3 from Mount St. Joe, sophomore David Reed. In 4 from Gilman, Oscar Spott. In 5, Connor Torreson from Calvert Hall. He's a sophomore. Spott was a freshman. Also a sophomore from Calvert Hall, Michael Shadell. That's in lane number 6. And Gabe Zerhoni from Gilman, a sophomore, in lane number 7. Leader in lane number 4, Oscar Spott from Gilman. Followed in lane number 3, David Reed. And Connor Torreson in lane number 5. Come to the wall, 103.56 for Spott from Gilman. Second is David Reed from Mount St. Joe, 107.53. Connor Torreson from Calvert Hall, 109.20 for third. Fourth went to his teammate Michael Shadell, 111.55. Third and final heat of the backstroke at the JV level. Porter Taylor, freshman from Spalding, in 2. Owen Paterson from McDonough, freshman, in 3. Bofing Shu, freshman from McDonough, in 4. Mark Kotov from McDonough, freshman, in 5. Loyola Blakefield freshman Gavin Halsey in 6. And Gabriel Yoshida from Archbishop Spalding, a sophomore, in lane number 7. Leader in lane number 4, that's Bofeng Shu from McDonough. Split time 27:60. Big lead over second place, Owen Paterson. And we come to the wall here in heat number 3 of the JV. Bofeng Shu, 57-34, your winner, lane number 4 from McDonough. Second place is going to go to Owen Paterson from McDonough, 106-34. Third, Mark Kotov from McDonough, 107.80. Fourth, Gavin Halsey from Loyola Blakefield, 112.80. The varsity backstroke. 2 heats. Heat number 1, Joe Ricker from Mount St. Joe. In 2, it is Jack Measlow from McDonough. 3, Andrew Turk from Loyola Blakefield. 4, Matthew Cattaneo, Loyola Blakefield. 5 is Billy Connor from Archbishop Spalding. Bogdan Mistak from Gilman in 6. Julian Jennings in 7 from Gilman. And in 8, Christian Stecco from Calvert Hall. Looks like Matt Cattaneo, as we reported earlier, a scratch earlier and a scratch in this event as well. Not here today, it appears. Leader, lane number 5, Billy Connor. Close for second place. As they come to the wall, the reach, Billy Connor, your winner, 53.97. Second, Jack Measlow, 54.79 down in lane 2. Andrew Turk from Loyola Blakefield, 54.93 for third. And fourth, Julian Jennings from Gilman, 55.26. Final heat in the backstroke. Mark Cherkis in lane number 1 from McDonough. 2 is Dominic Ferracci from Loyola Blakefield. Will Casamanio from McDonough in 3. Teddy McQuaid from Loyola Blakefield in 4. Lucas Wright from Loyola Blakefield in 5. Connor Tiffin from McDonough in 6. Michael Kale from Calvert Hall in 7. And Hudson Severs Reel from Gilman in lane number 8. Your leader, lane number 3, Will Cusamanio from McDonough. He's followed in lane number 4 by Teddy McQuaid. And then Lucas Wright. Turn for home, body length lead. It's Will Cusamanio, then McQuaid, and then Wright. And a touch. Cusamanio, 51-41 from McDonough, your heat winner. Teddy McQuaid second from Loyola Blakefield, 52-78. 53-46 for Lucas Wright from Loyola Blakefield. Then fourth, Connor Tiffin from McDonough. His time, 54-33. And your last event for the morning will be breaststroke. 3 heats of the junior varsity, 3 heats of the varsity. Lane number 1, Nathan Wynn from Spalding. 2 is Matthew Wan, Mount St. Joe. 3 is Sean Randall from Gilman. 4, CJ Mayer from McDonough. 5 is Cole Smith from Spalding. 6, Jamie Howard from Gilman. And 7, Derek Thompson from Spalding. Coming up on the first 50, leader in lane number 4 is CJ Mayer. Cole Smith from Spalding is second. 29.99 the split time for CJ Mayer. Still, lane number 4, CJ Mayer. He's going to come in and touch at 1:04.08. Second place will go to Cole Smith, 1:08.26 from Spalding. Third, Sean Randall, 1:16.07 from Gilman. Fourth, Derek Thompson out in lane number 7, 1:16.98. Heat number 2. Lane number 1 is Ryan Emery from Mount St. Joe, sophomore. Ryan Beveridge from Loyola Blakefield, a sophomore in lane 2. Andrew Yu from McDonough, freshman in 3. Salvatore Anello from Loyola Blakefield, freshman in 4. Topher Mitchell from Loyola Blakefield, sophomore in 5. Beckett White from Mount St. Joe, freshman in 6. 7 is Brian McKernan, Spalding, freshman. And 8 is Julian Perez, a sophomore from Mount St. Joe. Your early lead in lane number 4. Salvatore Anello from Loyola Blakefield. Looks like Ryan Emery from Mount St. Joe down in lane number 1 is a scratch. And they come to the wall, touch. Salvatore Anello, 105.83. Loyola Blakefield in first. Also from Loyola Blakefield, Topher Mitchell, 108.10 for second. And third place, Andrew Yu from McDonough, 111.28. Third place. And fourth place, Beckett White from Mount St. Joe, 113.62. Final heat of the JV breaststroke. Up next, as we finish up our last participant in the breaststroke, making his way to the wall, and support from the crowd. Julian Perez from Mount St. Joe. And good swim by all. Third heat of the JV. Ethan Forrester from Calvert Hall in lane 1. Nick Oakley from Loyola Blakefield in 2. Both are sophomores. And the rest of the field are freshmen. Dylan Mellendick from Calvert Hall in 3. Cooper Chasm from McDonough in 4. Jeffrey Hu from Gilman in 5. David Stanley from Spalding in 6. Mason Bainbridge and Duncan Scuba, both from McDonough in 7 and 8. So lanes 1 and 2 lanes 1 and 2 sophomores, and the rest of the field are freshmen. Top seed time coming in, Cooper Chasm in lane number 4, and he is your leader, followed by Jeffrey Hugh from Gilman. Chasm from McDonough. And he'll come to the wall in the morning session with a best time, 104.16 for Cooper Chasm from McDonough, lane number 4, first place. Second, Jeffrey Hugh from Gilman, 105.55. Third goes to Dylan Mellendick from Calvert Hall, 111.88. And fourth, David Stanley from Spalding, 115.47. 3 heats left in the morning session. At the varsity level, 100-yard breaststroke. Matthew Lenzenwager, lane number 1 from Calvert Hall. 2 is Cody Wynn from Spalding, also from Spalding. And 3, Lawson Kate. 4 is Brody Schrepfer from Gilman. 5 is Ethan Doherty from Loyola Blakefield. 6, Lucas Vanderwinkle from Calvert Hall. 7 is Brian Weissman from Mount St. Joe. And Vincent Tyson, also Mount St. Joe, in lane number 8. Early leader down in lane number 4. That is Brody Schrepfer from Gilman. He's followed by Ethan Doherty, Loyola Blakefield, and Lucas Vanderwinkle. Right now it is all Brody Schrepfer from Gilman. 59.46 winning this heat. Second was Lucas Vanderwinkle from Calvert Hall, 102.99. Third, Lawson Kate from Spalding, 103.91. Fourth, Ethan Doherty, 103.97. And fifth, Cody Wynn from Spalding, 105.58. heat number 2 finds Sakai Chandra from Gilman in 1, Ryan Callahan from McDonough in 2, Andrew Tillman from Loyola Blakefield in 3, Jonah Stein from Mount St. Joe in 4, Leo Gahn from McDonough in 5, James Fairbank from Calvert Hall in 6, Grant Gumbel from Mount St. Joe in 7, and Liam Scott from St. Joe in lane number 8. At the turn, after the first 50, lane number 4, that's Jonah Stein, your leader from Mount St. Joe. Leo Guan from McDonough is second at the 75. And in third place, on the breakout, down in lane number 2, Ryan Callahan from McDonough. Reach to the wall, your winner for the heat, Jonah Stein from Mount St. Joe, 58.96. Second goes to Leo Guan from McDonough, 59.84. Third, Ryan Callahan from McDonough, 102.08. Fourth, James Fairbank from Calvert Hall, 102.91. And fifth, Andrew Tillman from Loyola Blakefield, 103.32. And our last heat of the morning in these preliminaries of the 2023 MIAA Swim Championships. Jack Holman in lane number 1, Loyola Blakefield Jr. Jimmy Fiore from Calvert Hall, freshman in 2. Matt Rotunda from Mount St. Joe, sophomore in 3. Caden Bowers, McDonough Jr. in 4. Kyle Bitts, a senior from McDonough in 5. Riley Walters, Gilman Senior in 6. Luke Bolger in 7. Spalding Jr., also Spalding Jr., Billy Jager in 8. Top seat time, 57.90, Caden Bowers. And he is your leader in lane number 4. Followed by Kyle Bitts in lane number 5, from teammate from McDonough. Then it is Matthew Rotunda in lane number 3. Lane number 2, Jimmy Fiore is a scratch from this event. And to the wall, Caden Bowers, 55.04 from McDonough. Second, Kyle Bitts from McDonough, 57.95. Third is Matthew Rotunda, 101.96. Fourth goes to Riley Walters from Gilman, 104.43. And fifth, Jack Holman from Loyola Blakefield, 105.89. So that's going to do it for the morning session here, the preliminary session at the Mangione Aquatic Center on the campus of Loyola University in beautiful Baltimore, Maryland. We have been happy to have you join us for this preliminary session. We hope you join us back with finals tonight of the MIAA 2023 Swim Championships. I'm Larry Dukes for Morgan Knox on the camera. Thank you and have a great afternoon. We'll see you this evening.